What's up, everyone? This is your host, Stefany Sweet.
And your co-host, Nia and Audri.
And you are now tuned in to another episode of the GrownupIsh Podcast.
Welcome. Hey.
Where
it's just very hype.
Out of nowhere.
Here for it. It's okay.
Yeah,
Support.
it's great. But yeah, guys. Hey.
Welcome back.
Yeah. To another episode. Anyways, but this week we're going to be talking about flirtation. Flirtation in you and your partner. How do you handle it? All about like flirtation. So let's start it off. Like for me,
flirtation as in like you and your partner and somebody else flirting with one of you.
Yes.
Not what you guys flirting with each other.
Not right.
Even though you still should. You should always be flirting with your partner.
Right. You should flirt with your partner because that's normal, right? But like, are you the type to flirt or to be extra friendly with somebody else? Is your partner, the type to flirt, or how do you handle someone flirting with your partner? We're going to get into all of these scenarios. Okay. First of all, I want to ask you, I don't feel like you're the flirty type. Are you the flirty? Do you feel like you're the flirty type?
Yeah, I am. I haven't been lately. I'm
not.
No,
I mean, but with cause. It's not like you're always just naturally like, how
No, I can be very naturally flirtatious.
Really?
Mm-hmm. When I want to be. It's definitely when I want to be. Like I said, as of late, no. I've been on go mode for a minute now, like just grinding.
Yeah.
But like when I like want to be, especially when I was younger, I'm flirting. I'm flirting just for fun. Like
right.
I'm flirting for entertainment. I'm just flirty.
There's some people
like,
that are just
everything they do is flirtatious.
Whoever they're with, whoever they're.
I'm not that
with their
person.
Friends, like they're talking and they're like they're the type to like, oh my god, and and like
I'm not
tapping.
Super touchy. Yeah, and just like very like intimate, connecting. Nah, that's.
Or they're always looking you in the eyes, like, and that can be a bit intense. If you're the type of person that's like. Always, I'm not like that either. I have to turn on my flirtation, and it's with intention, right? Like, or if I'm feeling nice, like when I was
that's probably
single.
a good thing because it gets you in trouble. I get in trouble. I still, because I can be so naturally flirtatious. Like I could just be like, especially with social media now, it's just like kiki, Like I can banter and keep a conversation going, and then I'm like, somebody like, oh, what about you and so no.
No.
Girl, you just...
That's not it.
I know.
No. Still no.
So
just for fun, you be out here.
I can converse. I can do that. Like, I can turn it on.
We could get the wrong impression.
They do. And that's my problem. Because I be trying to be nice.
Like, I was just kidding. I was literally just trying to be nice. Okay. So, like, what in the position of, like, you and your significant other, somebody flirting with your significant other? Because, like... How would you react to that? Because sometimes you go somewhere. For example, you might go somewhere and you're having dinner and like somebody is being extra.
Usually, I'm gonna be chill. I'm gonna be chill because I'm gonna people like, oh, okay.
Because that maybe the waitress like or whatever.
Yeah,
she's just trying to.
It happens. She's trying to earn her tip. Oh, okay, what do you guys? I'm like,
now I'm watching you with the close
all right,
eye. Sis. Calm down.
Don't get fresh.
Right.
Don't get fresh now. Right. I'm chill. I'm pretty chill. I'll be the person. I have found that, in my opinion, most of the time the dudes don't even be realizing what the fuck is happening when it's happening.
So,
or they'll do, but they'll still play dumb. They like, man, y'all like to play dumb until like called out on it.
Y'all play way too much.
They're like, I mean, yeah, she was being like real nice.
Yes.
Like,
they'll say she's being nice. She's just being nice. Let me tell you, my husband. So we go. He was getting a suit. We were going to. I think we were getting ready to go to North Carolina when we went to North Carolina. So he's getting his outfit. He's getting a suit, whatever. We go. We want to go buy it, whatever. He has to go try some stuff on. So we're going to different places. We get to this one store. There's a lady there. She's helping him out, and she's like, she's a cute little girl, whatever. And she's like helping him out. But she's like, oh, okay. And I get it. Like, you have to be all up on the person. fixing the jacket or whatever, right? But here I am. I'm fixing the jacket for him. And I'm like, oh, I like this and I like that, right? And she's coming behind me like over fixing and over like handling. Like, but you see, I'm here.
She said she doing her job, Steph.
No, you're doing a whole lot is what you're doing. Okay. Doing your job is like fixing like the tailoring like of it. Okay. Oh, you could pin it like this, or maybe if you want it and you're grabbing certain, like you're just going behind all the things I just did.
She wanted to make sure she earned her keep.
And I was just
did
like,
everything, how she's supposed to get paid?
So I looked at my husband. I looked at my husband. And he's like smiling. At that moment, he understood what I understood, and nothing needed to be said. But he understood what Shorty was doing, and I get it. So she goes away, and I'm like, "You see this shit, right?" And he goes, "Yeah. She's just trying to make sure I buy the suit. Like she's trying to make sure she does what she needs to do, and like over complimenting him, and like just doing a whole lot. Like, don't you think like this is really cute, right?" And I'm like, I said
he knows it's cute because I told him.
But yeah, that story was like, that situation wasn't even bad. But so my friend told me a situation that she was going through or whatever, which sparked this whole conversation. Like, what flirtation is too much flirtation, or like, how do you even handle situations like this? So my friend has her man or whatever. They've been together for a couple of years. And they have friends, and this particular couple friends, they've been, they've known each other for a long time. Like the husband, my friend's husband, knows that couple for years before my friend and the husband got together, right? So the couple has been there before she even came along, right? So apparently, like, my friend's husband is the go-to friend to fix things, to help out, to, like, he's like the reliable, when you got a reliable, solid friend in your group, like that you can call on for whatever, like he's the go-to guy. He's the go-to person amongst all of the friends, like they usually like just be calling him for whatever. So she's cool with that, but then it's like to a certain degree, right? But in particular with this one couple, because it turns out that the guy at one point tried to flirt with my friend.
Oh,
yes. Tried to flirt with my friend, and like, so she did it. She brought it up to her husband. Her husband was like,
did she tell the husband?
Her man, not her husband, like her man. Her man was like, oh, that couldn't have been it. Like, it had to have been just a misunderstanding. Like, it wasn't overtly flirtatious, but she just wanted to make sure, like, yo, this is the situation. First of all, my first question is to you, Nia. Should she have told the friend? Because now that could have been a scenario that would have broke them, like that caused drama, right? So do you feel like she should have told the friend? That's my first question.
Told the friend what?
That she had told her man, rather, that the friend had been like slightly flirtatious with her and she felt uncomfortable.
Yeah. This is the thing. I say yes because this. You don't say something and then the friend decides, because I don't know, sometimes people can be friends for a long time. And then it doesn't mean they're good friends. People confuse longevity over quality. Like, he could be your friend he could be the husband's friend or whatever, the dude's friend for a long time, but low key, like, he don't wish him well. Like, he don't want to see him do well.
Or nothing has come up that will cause to show
his
to
other
what degree
character.
Are you a good friend?
Yeah. So then, okay, That's dude true. Gets this girlfriend. He tries to shoot his shot on the low, gets turned down, thinks nothing of it, keeps it moving. But then let's just say he feels spiteful or green with envy. People get in their feelings. And he decides to bring it up like, oh, yeah, well, back in the day, we talked or whatever. I talked to her. We were in communication, texting back and forth. Your girl, you might want to watch your girl. Yeah, you might want to watch your girl because, at one point in time, we exchanged numbers. And now he looking like, what? Like, why you didn't tell me you exchanged numbers with him? What was y'all talking about? Yeah.
Now when you come back to clarify the situation.
And now you're in defense of yourself over something that there's nothing to be in defense over. Right. Nothing happened. But because you didn't say anything, it kind of makes you look guilty. Like the girl makes her look guilty. So I think she was in the right place. Like if you're ever in a situation like that, you say something. Like if you kicking it, you hanging out with your dude and his boys, and maybe other couples are around, or other people are there, and somebody crosses a line, I think it's your responsibility to go back and tell your partner so that your partner is never caught off guard.
That's what I was gonna say. This is super important, just because you never want that person, your significant other, to feel like they're caught off guard. Don't know what the situation is thoroughly, you know what I'm saying? So now if it does ever come up, right, like he could say, well, I already knew about XYZ so-and-so, and as a matter of fact,
why you didn't
why
say
you ain't say,
why did you messaging her?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Why didn't you say something, or whatever the case may be? So now all of a sudden you want to bring this shit up? Because that's odd.
It is odd.
It is odd. So it gets worse.
Oh no, I didn't think it could get worse than that.
It gets worse. So yeah, so the guy, like,
and let me just say, talking about that, for the most part, I don't have any of my friends' significant others' numbers, except for my best friend who just got engaged. I have her fiance's number because we were planning a surprise for her. Yeah. And we were planning the trip, with her. But outside of that, we don't have any communication. Like, I'm not in communication. And there's nothing wrong with it, especially if you guys, let me say this. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's not for me. Like, I don't even see myself
to keep the friends. So
like,
what if you're trying to set up like a whole party?
That's different. That's what I'm saying.
Like,
when we were planning something, but I'm not just gonna be texting him like, "Hey, Nick, what y'all over there doing?"
Right.
Or if I'm trying to look for my friend, as they continue on their relationship and they get married and then they have kids, and if I'm trying to find her one day, oh yeah, I got Nick's number. Let me call Nick for whatever.
But
just be chatting it up like that's my best friend now. No, that is still his friend. That's still her man. That's her man, not my man. Right. We ain't got shit to talk about unless it's pertaining to her or they kids.
Yeah. So like for example, my husband, right? I don't mind him having, like, if he ended up having like B's number or Kieran's number or whatever. Yeah. Like certain people.
There's certain people,
or even you, because we're not only friends, but we also business associates. Yeah, like we do business together.
He looking, he know you supposed to be coming over here. Yeah, like, he's like, hey, I'm looking for Steph. You seen her? Oh,
yeah. It's like certain people, right? It's like certain people. It makes sense, but then like the rando friend, like, nah. Why? For what? And that's why I think social media is there for. Okay, because guess what? If you're on each other's social medias or something like that,
that's really more than enough. That's how we started off communicating. It was first planning on Instagram. That's only how we talked. It was like Instagram. Hey, this is what we're thinking for doing for this day. We should do this. Yeah, and then it wasn't until it was like narrowing stuff down, and we were actually like, I got to cash app you. I need your phone number to cash app you. How I'm gonna send you some money to do stuff. Like, it's levels to it. Yeah. But I think it's tricky, and you can easily cross some lines, especially if people don't got good intentions, because everybody don't want to see you happy. And everybody don't want to see you in love, in y'all relationship being healthy.
And let me be very clear. First of all, I don't keep no one in my circle that I feel like I need to watch over on that level. Like, none of my people around me, no one around me, I don't feel like I need to watch them with a close eye because they're around my man, or my man is around them. Let's be very clear. We don't keep those kind of friends around. Those are not friends, people. They're not friends. So no one in my circle is somebody that I feel like, oh, so-and-so is here. Mm-mm. Babe, come over here. Or who are you over there talking about with so-and-so? Like, that's never going to happen.
Listen, because you're not like jail time. So,
right.
Because do you want to die? Only imagine being around people. And the fact of the matter is, there are women and men out there that's just scandalous. Like,
they really
like,
are.
You see the shows. You've seen it in movies where it's like, oh, yeah, that's you.
And they're open.
Girl, that remind me of freaking Love Jones. Y'all, finally sat my butt down and watched it all the way through. I'm one of those people that like.
She's gonna be like, you did?
Yeah, I told her. I texted her and told her when I watched it. She asked me, but like that reminds me of Love Jones, where originally he was with Nia Long. I can't even think of his name right now, But he was with Nia along originally, and then his little sneaky ass friend, who really wasn't his friend. He was more like a friend of me. He was definitely a friend of me. Always talking shit. Came trying to sneak up. I can't think of his name right now either. And I know both of their names. That's the sad part.
B would have been like so-and-so.
And so-and-so. What is wrong with y'all? But then like the fact that he trying to ride around with her afterward, is it Bill Bellingham? Something.
Bill Bellamy?
Bellamy. There we go. Bellamy. Came up behind him and was like then trying to date her.
Yeah.
And really just trying to flex. But there are really people out there that'll be like, oh, I got your girl. Yeah. You know, and it's just like, but we were happy. Why would you even try to get my girl? Like, why would you even try to fuck up my happiness like that? Like, dog, if you hate me, just say that.
Right.
Why?
Really be the ops,
but they really be in your circles, trying to be in your circle. Really, you just gotta be mindful. When you see that first red flag, take it and run. Don't turn back. Don't try to justify it. You know, I think that a lot of times when that happens, it's because people are really nice. Like, it's genuinely nice people because in that movie, he was really a nice guy. He was really a nice guy.
So this leads to the other half of the story, right? Because I said there's more. So the friend...
This story is an episode alone. She's going to keep talking about it.
Right. So my friend and her husband, like I said, they hang out with this couple or whatever. So it turns out like now the wife, right, of the other guy, she's like now calling my friend's man saying, oh, I need help with XYZ and can you help me with XYZ because her husband was like in a jam in a situation apparently and wasn't able to like take care of certain things. So my friend's guy, being the nice guy that he is, the go-to person that everybody like kind of goes to for help or favors, whatever it is, like he's being helpful and he goes back and he's like helping her. So now my friend is like, wait, like, why are you like, she found out inadvertently that he had been over there like helping out. And so she's like, well, how often did you do that? Like, why are you going all the way over there? And she has a whole brother-in-law that's there that's helping out apparently. So it was just like tricky for my friend. She's like confused as to why he needs to be the one to help out. But like he's always been the go-to friend, so it's kind of like so she feels. So she's asking me like, "Yo, am I wilding for thinking? Am I tripping for thinking like it's too much?" It's like, okay, so if you have a significant other who helps like their friends out, like when are you gonna to what point do you say, okay, now that's enough. So enough is enough. Like you need to help, because then you start looking like the bad person. Like I wouldn't want to be the person that like shuts the fun down or like cuts off.
But sometimes it's like you kind of gotta be, I hate to say the bad guy because I've not necessarily that specific situation, but like my ex, he's super friendly, super helpful. Like if he has it and somebody calls him, he's going to give it. If I call him right now and needed something, he would give it. Like he's that type of person. Like, you know, he is almost nice to a fault.
Right? Like,
so it's like I would tell him like, yo, like, what are you gonna do when we get married and we have kids and you can't just keep dropping and doing X, Y, and Z for people? Like you can't, you know, things change when other elements come along. So in that sense, I can feel her like she's not trying to be the bad guy, but it's like, okay, now we have this going on over here. Yeah. You can't just keep doing that, on top of the fact that that couple is already weird. At least the husband is, and now the wife is too, because now she's calling you over here, and there's already somebody else here that can help her. So now I'm side eyeing her, like, what is really going on here? What is happening?
So my friend was like, she low key is thinking that the shorty was trying to, you know, possibly make her move, make a play, because like if the husband already tried her, why wouldn't the wife try him? Especially if she maybe like
know that the husband knows
something or like like that is a weird ass situation.
Texting her? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What was y'all talking about? Why was y'all texting?
Exactly. Well, my man, like I would shut it down. Like I'm not, you know, I'm cool with you helping your friends. Like he knows, like you can help your friends, but to a certain degree. Like after that, it's like, okay, you know, you could. who's there?
And this is the thing, is who's there, but not even just that. It's
what are we doing?
To a certain extent.
What are we doing?
Because this needs to be a mutual situation. Okay, can I call y'all and y'all gonna come over here and help with whatever I got going on?
This is the thing.
No,
sometimes these people, you're overexerting yourself and putting yourself out there for putting your neck out there. Yep. You know what I'm saying? For other people, and sometimes the people that they're not always gonna reciprocate. Nope. So like, it's like, okay, to a degree, yes, unless it's family. For family, like we doing whatever we need to do. I'm helping out. Like, that's cool. But for friends, it's like, okay, what kind of help is it? I need more details. I need to get an understanding as to what's going on, that you're feeling like you want to put yourself out there, because then if it's a situation, because this particular situation is kind of sticky. Other situations could be like, your friend just needs help. Like they need a tire changed or some regular shit. But like, I don't know.
When it's constant and it's repetitive, now this is becoming a thing.
Especially if they're not like, it sounds like they're not solid. Like that couple is not solid. So I was telling her, I was just like, yo, you gotta just be on your P's and Q's. You gotta watch out, because when certain people aren't happy, they're gonna start to try.
Oh yeah, that negativity pours into other people's
and it overflows. Right.
And they will try. Like I said, they're not happy in their situation, and they see somebody else happy. They can see that couple is happy, and now they wanna fuck it up a little bit. And that's unfortunately, you don't want to try to think that way. But like I said before, I feel like every relationship doesn't have to be give for take or tit for tat. But to be honest, most friendships, most relationships, it is. Both people are giving something. That's just how it is. It's a mutual give and take, healthy. That brings healthy balance.
Right.
Anytime you're in something where it's always one person is
doing
giving,
more
giving,
than
giving, the other person just taking, we usually have a problem here. And it sounds like, again, he's being taken advantage of on top of whatever the hell else agendas they got going on that don't make no damn sense. It's just too much stuff that don't make sense. It just don't sit right. Where I would be like, yeah, I think it's time we end this. I think it's time that they start figuring things out on their own. We cannot be enabling them and helping them out with everything.
Or be in their business. Like, I would present it in a way that, like, you know what, we just don't want to be involved in, you know what I mean? Like, we don't need to be always being called, like, suggest other people. Start suggesting other people, like, because apparently the reason why it's such a major thing, because if she was just asking for help, it would have been like whatever. But she can be a bit flirtatious, and she's like, she flirts with the husband, and the husband, well, her man, and the husband be like, like oblivious to, like, my friend's man, be oblivious to, like, what the heck is happening, what's going on, like, over his head. And that's another thing. That's why I was like, okay, you think guys really be oblivious to it, or they know and
they be oblivious? It's a mix, because sometimes with my ex, we
don't want to be saying nothing. Sometimes they just don't want to.
Sometimes they
make it awkward,
and then sometimes it's like, if I call them out, like, stop playing with me, and they're like, well, yeah, I know that she probably like me, but I ain't thinking.
So when you dig deep, they're like, oh yeah, I know, but I'm just trying not to, like,
I'm gonna just act like I don't know.
Trying not.
I'm gonna act like I don't.
Yeah, and you want to die too, right?
Okay.
Because you keep playing with me.
Keep playing.
I'm gonna need you guys to make it clear and undoubtable that you understand what is going on, and that you're not into it. You're not here for it. Don't be acting oblivious because you don't want to make waves or whatever.
That's what it be.
You're enabling the flirtation further, okay? You are making it seem like, oh, it's okay. And they're going to keep trying, and guess what's going to happen? It's going to keep escalating and escalating. And then soon they got you in a corner trying to, press up on you. And then what?
Now they're trying to bump parts with you.
Oh, no. Not bump parts. Not bump parts. We're not bumping parts. Okay, if you got a significant other, just
not be bumping parts with other people.
Yes, make sure that you are clear and you're avoiding this shit, because, like, that's not the move. Like, would you guys like for us to be flirtatious with somebody else? No, you would not. You'd be like, oh my God, Stefany, what are you doing there?
Right. So
I know my husband. Oh my gosh, there's this video, right? There's this video. I almost forgot. There's this video of this guy, right? And he is it's massage. It's called. Oh, hold on.
Oh, not that dude that be like
wine and rub
on you and
wine and rub.
I don't know what the name is, but it's this one guy. It's probably a couple of them out there now doing it. Them massages be next level.
Yes, that's it. I'm sure we're talking about the same guy, and he's actually Haitian. I was like, babe, look at this.
Like he Haitian.
So I asked him, I said, would you let me? Okay, so on the video, if you guys don't know, on the video, like this guy is giving like a full on rub, but it's like he's a masseuse.
Girl, is it the one he be having a girl like sitting in his laps?
Yes,
and he like rubbing on the back of their booties,
on the back. Like, yes, that.
I keep making a face because you doing too much.
You are doing way too much. This is a next level massage, guys. This is not like regular. Oh, let me go to the spa
lay down and then they work. That's already a little intimate because you already be butt ass naked for that. Did you know you have to get naked for a facial?
Why?
You get naked for facials.
Why? Since when?
Mm-hmm.
I never got naked for a facial. Were you getting a massage after?
No, I'm going to. If you go to Massage Envy, you definitely strip down for a facial.
Yeah. What? Mm-hmm. I'm confused.
I didn't think that either.
What does me having clothes?
My ex had told me like, yeah, I had to get naked for a facial. I'm like, that ain't right. You're not supposed to get naked for a facial. Then I went and got my facial and I had to get naked for a facial.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm. I guess it's because they start like getting down to here sometimes. Yeah.
Let me take my shirt off. But what I gotta do all of that
naked for a facial now. So I'm like, if I already am looking sideways at getting naked for a facial, I'm definitely looking sideways when you doing all that.
I think some of these people be having happy endings, even at some of these prominent, I'm not going to say no names. I don't need y'all coming for me. At these prominent massage parlors, the chain ones, the local ones,
all of them.
Y'all be having some.
I love my massages.
I had a friend that had
I ain't never had no happy endings, but I love my massages.
I know somebody, I don't call her a friend, but like I know somebody that had a happy ending on a continuous basis at a spa, and this is like a regular everyday spa that you guys are familiar
Chinese
with.
Ones off the road.
No, not them. You know them.
You know them giving happy endings. Oh, she found her one of them facilities with a little extra.
Yeah.
Well, back in the day, there was one of them big chains was under fire a couple years ago under fire because people was like saying like
that's what they
was doing. Yeah, they was doing stuff they weren't supposed to be doing up in there. But anyways, yeah, that's crossing the line. The guy with the come sit your thing on me and I'm gonna rub you.
He looked like he was getting in there. I'm not even gonna lie. That massage was so I showed it to my husband. I showed it to him and I was like, look, this looks good as fuck.
Said book him for my birthday.
He was like, do you want to die? Like,
that's cheating.
If you ever did that, right? He was like, you ever did that? Just know you have no home to come back to.
We're done. You're single.
And he's like
now.
looking. He's like, He's like, you know what? I could do that for you. I'll do that for you.
Because after something like that, we gotta go be freaky. Like after that, you gotta go take your clothes off now, sir. Like he can't tell me
already off.
You can't tell me that
she's already naked.
She's naked, but you cannot tell me he is not having sex with some of them women.
Okay,
period. Like you can't. Like that's another, maybe not all of them, but I'm pretty sure if it's some that spark his
like a.
He like
you want to take it to the next level.
You're trying to get a happy ending.
Yeah.
And now you're a porn star.
Oh gosh.
I'm just. This man like these are false accusations, and I would like you to remove that episode.
Oh, did I say the name? I'm gonna bleep the name.
I don't know the name.
I think I said the name, but it was. I'm gonna bleep the name. I'm gonna have to bleep the name. That is not it. But anyways, we don't know this. We don't know
anything. We've never booked or hired.
I've never clicked on it.
Who has had any of these? These
are
alleged.
Never have I ever spoken.
We're just saying if we were in a situation, we would probably be like, so is there going to be some penis after this massage?
Right. How does this progress after this?
Is my nigga going to show up after the massage? Because
that was way too intense. Talk about flirtation. Like that's a industry that you have to be like hands on with the person, right? But it's not like flirting, although like you're being nice, it could be taken as flirting and that could quickly escalate like that.
Yeah.
what I
flirting
saw in that
and
video,
you touching on body parts.
Right. He was talking to the girl. Like, he was, like, saying something on the video.
Don't say shit to me. Just rub my body and shut up.
And he was, like, talking, and it looked like he was talking low, so she starts, what is happening here? Like, that is not a solid, that's not a good way to, like, I'll say it's an amazing way.
It's a great way because he's making money.
He's making money.
And I'm sure the massages
but it's
are
not
great.
for everybody. Because the question under the caption, this is why I brought it up. Would you let your husband, would you let your wife do this? That was the question under the caption.
Because I wouldn't want my husband going and get rubbed down by no lady like that.
Cheating. That is cheating. She's cheating.
I'll rub you down.
Right. And if you want to rub down like that, like, I'll rub you down like that. That's a really good rub down, though, to get from your significant other.
It is.
Yeah. That's really why I was showing it to him, because I'm like, look.
Can you do this?
Like, let's make this happen.
Very sensual massage.
This is amazing. This looks amazing.
Oil me down. Let's go get
something
me
to put down. He was like, the way he was grabbing her and dripping the oil. I was like, I watched a few videos because I was just like, this, good God.
Stuff like, I am invested.
I was like, wait, no, I needed him to see the level of commitment
this is what I need you to do.
That this individual had. I said, wait, there's another one here. Look, look at this.
I said, go for a good rub down.
And he's like, yo, this is not gonna happen. But I could do this for you. You cannot just.
I at least appreciate him volunteering to try it.
Absolutely, that is definitely it. And yeah, that would definitely be like too much. That's overly flirtatious. That's extreme. And for the most part, anyways, we do couples massages.
Yeah, I have never done a couple massage, but I was definitely a member at a massage place, and that was my shit.
Yeah.
Until I got too busy. I was like, I ain't got time for this shit. I'm fine.
Yeah,
I'll figure it out. I'll go somewhere else. It's
definitely good way to do like a self-care.
Oh yeah, definitely. So, all right, classy, ratchet, or real with the flirtation component of it.
Right.
I will say this. I don't have a classy, ratchet, or real per se for flirtation, but with the whole oblivious thing, and I think I mentioned this before, possibly in another story. So I won't give the exact same story, but I'll just say this. As far as like being real, when y'all are flirting with people, or if you are one of those people on the sideline who call yourself flirting with somebody, first off, if they already in a relationship, dead that shit. Just stop it.
Yeah.
But any event that this person is single, instead of just sitting there flirting and not being, straightforward about your feelings, like, be straightforward, because I do think that to some degree men are oblivious and they don't know what's going on, or they're just taking it as we just cool.
Yeah.
So I think you should just speak up. But as in regards to the whole, if you're in a relationship and somebody is flirting with your partner, from my experience, I choose to keep it classy. Yeah. And just be like, you know what? I peeped it. I see it. I acknowledge it. Unless it's something where I feel like the person is crossing the line, I might not even say nothing to my partner about it. Like you said, when you guys were at the fitting, you really didn't have to say nothing. He looked, you looked, y'all knew what it was.
Right.
Like, unless it's something where it's like, all right, now this motherfucker is like trying it and going too far.
Right.
Then it's like, speak up.
Yeah.
Like, handle it classy. I've been in that situation where I've seen somebody flirting with my partner and it's just looking like, okay.
Yeah.
Don't get
like a little too much.
Don't get fucked up. That's it. That's all. But I've never had to get like out of character over it. Like, I've never had to get out of character. And a big part of that is because I had a good understanding with my partner, like, on what it is.
Yeah.
And know your partner too. You got to know. Cause like you said, some people are just naturally flirty. My ex, he's a naturally like a social butterfly. And like, I hate to say he's like a people pleaser, but he is. Like, he wants everybody to have a good time. Like, if we're out somewhere, he wants everybody to be happy. He wants everybody to be vibey. Very charismatic. So, like, that's just him naturally. So, I have to know that, because I have to know, like, we could be out and to some women, they would be offended because we could be out. If he goes to do something, he's done this before. Like, we were out and we were at the bar, but I was on the other side of the bar and he was going to try to get a drink. So he was on the other part and I see him. He sees me. We can see each other. Some girl was standing there. He sparks up a conversation with her and like ends up buying her a drink. And I'm just sitting here looking like, why are you playing these goddamn games? Buys her a drink.
That's a little much.
No, you gotta know your partner though. You gotta know your fucking partner, and y'all have to have your understanding, because for you that's too much. For me, I know him. I know I'm good. So I'm sitting here. He come back over like, oh yeah, I bought her a drink, and then I told her, there go my girl right there.
Yeah, in this case, he's like told you like straight up and said, oh
yeah, I know how he. Girl, I know how he is.
So
he's like, I told her, there go my girl right there.
You're still doing a bit too much.
And she was like, oh, and we went off about our day. So it's like, but you have to know your partner. If you know, like, your limits is like, don't be buying nobody no fucking drink. Hey, you forcing it. If you know you like that, you can't have somebody that's going to do something like that. If you know you like to play and y'all laugh a lot and joke a lot and y'all know, like, that's it. You're not going to cross the lines. You got to know your partner, because people do flirt. And some people aren't always going to be, as innocent as, I was just buying her a drink. Honestly, I was just fucking with her head, and then I was do what I do.
But then that could also go like, possibly that could give her the wrong impression, like y'all both down.
Oh yeah,
DTF.
No, I never had.
Like, no, I mean, like, that could be, obviously that's not something they're down for, but like, from her perspective, the scenario, like, you know what I mean? If it's not clarified too well or whatever, she might be like, I think the way you're trying to pick me up.
Because once we got that drink,
girl,
we finished what we were doing, we walked our asses right away from over there. We wasn't even over there no more. It was gone. But you got to know your partner. So I guess that's my, like, classy, ratchet, or real, and, like, know your partners and know what y'all limits. And then if y'all are out and something happens that doesn't make you're not okay with, you're uncomfortable with, communicate that. Like we said, with old girl telling her dude about the whole exchanges of numbers and text messages, like,
to be on the safe
side,
something. You don't want nothing to ever come back up and like resurface, and then now it's being brought to your significant other's attention in a different way,
in a whole nother light.
And it's been spun, because these spin moves these people be trying to do sometimes, and meanwhile they're trying to divide and conquer, and you guys need to make sure you are solid and you know what it is from jump. So there's no question about it. So, I mean, are you done with your question?
I'm done. That was it. Just
so mine. I don't have like many, besides the the suit situation. There was one other occasion where we went to like a house party. We had just gotten there not too long ago, and he knows a lot of people. These were all his friends, but he always introduces me like, oh, this is wife. Even before we were married, funny enough, he would always introduce me, this is wifey, this is wife, right? So, like, I know some people, but I don't know everybody there. And obviously, if it's like a house party or whatever, you going around, like, there's a lot of people. So at some point we went around, we said hello, but then more people came, and there's not like oh yeah, I'm with this person, I'm with that person.
Yeah, so anyways, after a while everybody just mixing.
Exactly, everybody's just mingling, and I'm not a helicopter girlfriend or wife where I'm like always sticking to my man, like I'm by his side the whole entire time. Like, listen, we're here to have fun. I'm mingling with everybody. I talk to everybody. I'm just chilling, having a good time, having my drinks, whatever. So anyway, at one point, like I see him again, just talking to somebody. He's talking to his boys, and then there's this this girl comes by or whatever, and they're talking, for a while. And then all of a sudden, like now, like they're in conversation, the boy walks away or whatever. So she's still there, like talking, but then she's like, haha, like I see the hand gestures and right. So now it's like, what's that? What's going on? So it's like an extended amount of time, longer than usual, right? Longer than usual. So I go and, I'm like trying to make sure everything is cool and she understands, like, because maybe he had said something, but maybe she's not like understanding the gravity of the situation. So, because we weren't married at the time. This is before we got married. So there's no ring on his finger or nothing like that. So I'm like, let me just go make my presence known. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure everything's as it should be. So I go and I'm like, oh, hey, babe. And he's like, oh, hey, babe. And he goes, oh, this is who I was telling you about. Like, this is my girlfriend. And I was like, oh, I felt so much better. He's already like mentioned it.
Good. He's let it be known.
He let it be known.
I'm going to go back over here.
Yeah. No, he let it be known. And she's like, oh, but even though he said that may not have necessarily been.
That
don't mean nothing. Right. And she's like, oh, yeah, he was telling me you guys had planned. I guess at the time we had been planning a trip I guess you guys, he was telling me you guys had planned a trip or whatever to go, like little quick vacation. And I was like, oh, yeah. And she started talking to us about like the places to visit in the area. And she's like, yeah, I know that there's this, that, and the third. But I was like, okay, cool. So she knew, but she was still like,
she was still putting it
touchy,
on.
And
maybe she didn't know you was there.
Maybe I don't know, because I mean, he mentioned me, but I was like, see, this is how like bitches get fucked up, because like he already mentioned it because it came out. Yeah, he mentioned me.
I told you that's the one time where I feel like, okay, now I gotta whip your ass too. It's like when he's made it known, and you're well aware, and you still like to go down that path. Now I'm gonna follow your ass down the path. Ass whooping.
Why are we doing all of that? Like, I just be like, and that's, some people don't even care about those things, but I just feel like, I would never be extra unless that's like my brother, my husband is right there, so he can know what the conversation is and what is happening, what's the situation behind me, like leaning over, like kikiing so hard or whatever the case is.
And I'm just not a touchy-feely person when it comes to that. So no, it's so be touching people. Keep your hands to yourself.
Right. So once I inserted myself, she was fine. She backed off. But that was like my other, like situation that I feel like it was ever tried. Like I said, like I don't have friends that I keep around that I have to feel like, oh, I need to keep a close eye on or whatever. Like that's never ever gonna be the case, because I don't need those kind of people around me. Anyways,
big facts.
Yeah. And I don't like to like be so like supervisory over my significant other. Like, let's just have fun, like have a good time.
You shouldn't have to be. That's why there's a thing called trust.
Yes,
you should be able to trust, which means you're not stressed. You're
exactly
chilling, so.
Exactly, guys. Facts on that. So in any case, let us know what situations you guys have gone through where you've had to maybe check a bitch, okay, roll up on somebody, say something that you need to clarify, like, hey, okay, baby girl, all right, we're together.
If you don't know,
that's
now
so awkward. That would be so awkward for the other person. Well, you put yourself in that situation, so at that point, you deserve whatever comes to you. Period. On period, poo. All right. Well, we're gonna wrap that up.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else to add?
Nope. I gave my wrap up and my story. Just know your partner, communicate, as we always say, and listen. And make sure you're not, if there is some flirtation going on from people, that you guys consider friends, make sure your partner is aware. All you can do is tell them. Now, if your partner like, no, I don't think that's what it is. Hey, okay.
Yeah. Thankfully, I haven't been placed in that situation, that scenario where, I had to like check somebody. So that, to that extent, but, all right, y'all. Let us know if you've been in that situation. And on that note, you know where to find us, the GrownupIsh Podcast on IG, the GrownupIsh Pod on Twitter. The GrownupIsh is the website. I'm pretty sure I said that wrong. The GrownupIsh Pod is the website. Yeah. Subscribe, like, share, all of the above with your friends, your family, everyone. Okay?
All of them.
Yes. And we will see you guys next week.
Bye.